Okay, they go for their Lesh. They like this hero as well.
I think it's also one of the common counters to Slark. You have a bunch of AoE damage, so it's you can't stun it. You can stun him during his ult, but it's mostly that all of your damage is AoE, so you always go to Slark.
Void.
By high impact, also not scaling any of the abilities.
Yeah, I mean, you can't have low impact if you have no impact. And Skem, he's in some trouble. Might just be first blood here for Shiro and will be. And already you look at where the CS is sitting, the denies and everything, they get first blood. This is a great start for Vici. And
like, this lane is something straight out of Tundra's playbook, I would say, but they do play it on Ari, who's actually a 4-player. Want to see how much they're going to be able to do in this one. And having Shadow Demon plus Marcy, if you're put yourself in a different position like he did just now, this could potentially end up in grabbing another kill. Clap.
Yeah, go for Largo, and they've got the Dispose. They'll get the kill there on an Eco, and Shiro getting another one now, 2-0. Speaking of memories I've had, by the way, in the past, I'm pretty sure we saw, like, Boxy do it, where he time walked
I think that's the game.
Yeah. It was actually right here in this part of the map. It was very funny, and we'll see them go here for XM. They've got the Avalanche as well as the Toss, but the damage coming through into Yopaj. They've got some help from the Shadow Demon. XM saved with the Disruption. Planet comes over with the Time Dilation, and they get the Kona Yopaj to look over at Tim's, trying to get themselves a second, as they will secure this kill, it looks like, as they'll have 3 stacks of that Shadow Poison. Planet still chasing, make it 4, and Innocence will finish off Tim. So a very, very good start for Vici.
XP runes, level 6s are very important for both of these heroes.
Yeah, so we're hitting that moment where you're getting towards that minute 7, and it does look as though they're going to be able to go for Largo, get that kill. Shiro now 3-0. We'll see if they can get even more. Not only that, but pressure for this Shrine. They'll look over to finish off the Coddle. They've got some help from XM, and that will be another kill, making him now 4-0 for this Marcy. That might just be both Shrines as well.
Something about this voice line. I think they made the bank with this voice line. Philippines, it's just too good. The way they say it. Natsumi.
In some trouble, being chased a little bit. Time Dilation comes out. Flame Break pounds onto the bridge, but they're going to stick with him, and he is going to burn quite low. He's got a couple of Fairy Fires to try and survive, but there's just no chance. Bach gets that kill, and they will look towards grabbing both these Shrines. Now, this is something that OG really need to do. They bring a bunch of heroes over to try and go after Bach. And the smoke is going to break. They might be able to get the kill. Can they control him enough? Can they make sure they can get this kill before he's able to Boots of Bearing and get away? He'll Boots of Bearing, gets the lasso, and now Yopaj is in trouble. The Ball of Lightning the save. With the Disruption, they use the time zone. They get the Kona Skem, and I mean, they're going to lose Yopaj. It's 10-0 Vici. They also get both Shrines again. It goes horribly for OG. To pick up these BKBs and start just pressuring the other side of the map and putting the forces in onto OG. Avalanche, and they will find potentially their first kill. They've got Planet low, but he time walks away. Ball Lightning in, still trying to get at least this first on a Planet. They're finally on the board, but they end up losing Tim's. There is a problem here as Yopaj gets hit with a Flame Break. They've got the lasso, and Shiro's got a double kill. So it's a 2-for-1 special, and 12-1 in favor of Vici. Well, they're well done.
They're well done.
They jam out for a little bit. A little guitar solo that comes in from the side. Avalanche from the gank, and they'll toss up XM. They should be able to get a kill, and they will. Skem getting that one. It's a good amount of gold going the way of this Keeper of the Light. 4 heroes came over for OG, and they double up their kill score by going from 1 to 2.
Plus going for the Aghanim Scepter, which will make him more maneuverable. This last rack pick from Vici Gaming was really good. Like, throughout the Dota history, it was always a good pick. Against Slark, you have this insane amount of damage.
In trouble. And he's lassoed up, and there is so many stacks on him. He'll end up dead to Bach. They get this kill. Natsumi jumps in, immediately disrupted.
Yopaj thinking about going in.
He's got his BKB, so now they're going to try and go to the Shadow Demon. He's still alive for the moment, and he's just not even going to die at all. They time walk in. They've got themselves the BKB from Bach. He's looking around, looking for a kill to find Tim's and Scam. Shiro gets that one, and now they're going to look over at Natsumi, who's forced to pop that ult and run. Got to try and get back to his side of the base. Split Earth lands for a second, but Natsumi able to get up out of the high ground. They're still going forward. They've got the rebound. They have the silence. And Natsumi's in trouble. They got the kill on Yopaj. It's a full team wipe for Vici. And not in the ways that we usually say things are broken, where it feels overpowered.
Yeah, broken things in Dota, exactly.
Yeah. Might have to get the strings replaced, the frets changed out. They're going to try this time again to get the kill on the Shadow team. They've got the Avalanche shots. They get the kill on Innocence. And now they've got the leash. It's on to this Marcy for a moment. But Natsumi's already used that ult. They'll rebound the time walk forward. The time zone is down. They've got that Yules. It's onto the Largo. They're split over to the other side looking for a kill on the Tims. They get the kill on the Tiny. They'll look over at Nico. They get themselves a second. Another rebound looking for Skem. They'll find the Coddle. And they'll get themselves a third. So 3 heroes die with the buyback being committed by Innocence. And it's godlike for Shiro overall. And Roche back into their sights as they'll grab themselves the second Aegis.
Get 3 kills, but if we get 1 more kill on Vici Gaming, we're gonna have a funny number, and banner has been planted. Let's see the toss back. Timothy
misses the toss. They'll get that kill on the Tims. All have a laugh with the funny number, but it's not gonna be so funny when they kill off this Slark in just a heartbeat. The BKB just to survive for Yopaj, and there is just nothing going right for OG. They're gonna ball lightning across the bow of the entire side of Vici, but it doesn't matter. It's the mid-center axe gone and nothing.
Are also running out of steam in a lot of these fights, especially if they are the ones getting the jump, trying to get a kill, and then you see BKBs getting popped. Why? This is a good kill if they convert them from 100 to 0.
Swimmer cape, they got him. And not going to be enough to survive that one. But now they need to kind of get out and leave. The turnaround is here.
Slow.
Tims, he'll end up dead. Time zone is out through onto Natsumi. And XM's got a double kill. They lose both those heroes without the buyback. The BKB is going to be popped here by Bach. He's trying to get the kill here. Can he get the lockdown? The blink, the lasso, they found him. They will find Yopaj. They'll get the kill. And now Skem, he is next on the list. It is going to be in alphabetical order because it's GG called by OG. And it's a victory for Vici.
You tried to play some songs. You're playing against Bach. He's too composed. It is very difficult. Like I think Largo in
everything Vici did, all of their spell casting, their position in the fights, their movement, just they did that the entire game, everywhere. The map movement, everything was just back to back, really good. And OG didn't really have the response they needed. And there's so much backup of like Enigma and this Beastmaster just backing up the Weaver. I think that to me, this is one of the games that Shiro is going to kind of dominate. And Yopaj has to do so much work, and all it takes is one random stun to clip him in the game.
I mean, at some point, maybe if he gets himself like a Lincoln's, then what do you really do to lock down this Weaver, right?
Yeah, it's very difficult. It was a very good Weaver pick on 23. They're playing aggressive. Timothy, blood grenade thrown.
Since they're trying to
Shiro's
get
gonna get a trade in this one, even if they get a kill.
At least one trade for Shiro if he could just get to Tims. But he's not going to get that quite yet. Changes his focus on Nico. Now he might even get 2. Because he'll look for Tims, finds him, and gets both. That works out wonders for this Weaver. And Shiro had an amazing game in game number 1, and that is definitely a great way to start game number 2.
But he bought Boots of Speed. He wants to be able to outrun, even though like you pick this Weaver, so you can't be slowed down. It's very good against Batrider. It's great against Shadow Demon. Back in the bottom lane, blood grenade, another raise, and another one.
Almost dead, the toss.
It looked like Planet killed him with the toss.
Yeah, it did look like that, and it will be a kill on a Skem because he was able to toss him onto Bach and then have...
Too strong right now. There's a good reason why we see it being so highly contested in the last couple of tournaments where he can go in and just right-click those Eidolons. Eidolons die in 3 hits. Yopaj getting extra bit of a pressure in this mid lane.
Avalanche toss up into the air. Yopaj low, but surviving a little bit longer. Eventually will die here to XM, who gets that last hit and gets himself 200 gold for it. How deep do we go in the conversation? And he does kind of, glance value. Look a little bit like Doom.
But little bit looks exactly the same. Like for a second, I thought it was Carry Doom. Another rotation, both supports. Natumi, he's in trouble.
He's so far out of position at this point that he's going to be caught here, and the kill is going to be there for Y. It's going to come down to that 7-minute mark again, and how the shrines will go is. Natsumi just got back to his lane. They brought Shiro down here, and they're going to try and go for Natsumi one more time. They've got the toss back. It's on to Shiro. They'll have 4 heroes around.
Doom is dying.
On Shiro, but the raise is out. Shiro's not dead just yet, but they finish off Natsumi. This is, they just killed him a second ago. They brought everybody down to just bully again. They've got a bit of a chip on their shoulder, right? They need to prove themselves as they've fallen short in qualifiers in a couple of events. And now they're here to kind of make a statement, and they're starting to do so not only through game number 1, but game number 2. it's looked quite good for them, and rotations come out again. Remnant used to get the kill here onto
Oh,
Y.
straight into
But
Roar.
right over into XM, who will roar and get that kill onto Yopaj.
He had another Remnant, but not fast enough. XM's gonna be pretty happy about this one.
Shiro trying to pressure Nico out of the shrine, but he will be pushed away, and they will finally get a shrine.
Batrider playing on a bit of an other side. It's not the Batrider from a couple of years ago where you were just using your Blink Dagger and then being the initiator for the team. Bach
In trouble.
thinking
They
about it.
Got the black hole now. Turn around. A chance
Wingate's
here to
coming.
have the damage. But no, the black
Wingate
hole
rotation.
full duration. Tim's. He'll end up surviving. and
seems
they'll
like they
stop this
canceled.
Wingate. Yeah,
Yep.
they'll back towards the lane again.
His mana cannot go below 75. Very important.
Why'd you give me that look? Ice path down, and speaking of scam, ooh, they've got the lasso. This might be enough, and they will get the kill on a Shiro. They look over now for another one as Y is going to be run down, and this is exactly what OG needed. Get the kill, slow down that Weaver.
Next item, which he is getting relatively close to, but still needs like 2-3 more minutes to finish it.
This is the build you were kind of talking about wanting in the last game,
Yes.
right? That pipe into the BKB. Black Hole committed on the edge. They've got Yopaj caught and killed. Doesn't matter where you are in the Black Hole, once you pass that event horizon, you are caught in it. And now an avalanche as well as a toss onto Timmy as they will get that kill, and Planet throwing that tree to finish him off.
So
Yopaj
far, so
go.
good for Vici Gaming. They were waiting for the next round of items. BKB now completed on Beastmaster.
They're going to try and go. They've got the dust, the snowball, and now using that early time lapse. But 4 heroes being here, can they get the help here on Shiro? He's rooted up, and now Lasso. They've got the Requiem. 5 heroes show up for OG to get this kill. The damage on a Buck, he has to be very careful.
Yopaj, he wants to go in. He
Sight of
still
his
has
steering
the shield rune.
chains. Finds himself Planet. Shield rune still working. Now the flame break. BKB. Walrus punch on that BKB. Some damage onto this Tusk, but they don't get the kill. He's able to snowball. Tim's now full black hole onto 2. Macro fires down, but they need some more damage. They've got the Sight of Fist, the searing chains to get the kill on a Buck as well as XM. That's going to be a full team wipe for OG. This is a disaster for Vici that kind of felt like maybe they can disengage, but Yopaj following it up and kind of baiting them back into a fight.
XM was thinking also about maybe getting the roar.
again.
Oh no, he can't die here.
Oh, the lasso, the damage. He's dead another time, and now OG immediately into the 6,000 net worth lead.
Coming online so quickly. Like, you have so much damage over time, a good amount of healing reduction. Spirit Vessel does deal insane amount of damage, and now they're just getting the pickoffs here and there. Nico's also the one getting involved in actually 13 out of 16 kills. Starting to scale. Blink Dagger, Bongo Boots, Pipe.
Planet, Sight of Fist, searing chains, those connect. And Planet will try to leave, but this is a tough one for him. They also found XM, who's going to pop the BKB, and he's going to turn this around with the Primal Roar, but the snowball picks up. Nico box here, and does he even want to commit anything to this fight? Tim's still alive. Natsumi shows up. Yopaj is in. They've lost 2 heroes. Both of their supports don't exist on the side of Vici. Sight of Fist, searing chains coming through onto the Weaver, but they can't connect into this and look for anything more. Never satisfied with whatever the build is from some of these heroes. Smokes are going to end up breaking. Blink into the avalanche. Yopaj is going to be the first one to be spotted. Snowball comes out from the side. They got XM locked up for a moment, and now he's going to be in some trouble away for the rest of the fight. Yeah, time lapse early on. Tim's is low. Bach goes in. He's got the black hole. He's pulling at Scam. He's pulling at everybody. He's got the Aghanim. Something they go and throw the roar. It's going to be onto this Shadow Feed. Do they have the damage to get the kill? They get the kill on Bach. Another BKB. This is Shadow Feed standing his ground. XM's gone. Down goes Innocent. Shiro, he does not have the survivability, and it's a full team wipe for OG. No BKB for Enigma, though. Natsumi, the only one in on this Roche. Avalanche tossed back. Ice Path. Easy kill on a Tim's. That's a pickoff that might lead to something a little bit more. Early black hole. The lasso to stop that. And Bach's just dead. And that was a very forced black hole. And Natsumi's already got himself a double kill. Down goes Planet. You lost 3. XM's gonna pop the BKB. It's time for him to run. He'll blink away, but this BKB's not gonna last much longer, and they're right there with him. A Remnant, a Searing Chains, XM forced to use that roar, and now the blink in with the Walrus Punch. Tim's back into the fight, and they'll find themselves XM. As they've got the Vessel, they'll get the kill. It's looking like it's gonna be over. GG is called. OG this time, get the GG call from Vici.
Oh, they were not on the same page this time around. I feel like Beastmaster needs to go in and then follow it up by Enigma, but they were not focusing the same heroes, but very well executed from OG because...
This position 5 caudal, like, I know we're skeptical, and I'm not going to go back on, you know, what we said. I think it's totally fair to be skeptical of, like, new things in Dota. Sometimes teams overcook, sometimes...
It's not my favorite, if I'm going to be honest.
Not convinced.
But I think that it's acceptable if they... I mean, from purely if my like eyes are closed and I'm only looking at Vici draft, it's really good.
They're not afraid of their own ideas, and most of their ideas have been working out. I see that Scam's starting with the Boots of Speed, so that he wants to be able to follow the planet, maybe deal some extra bit of a damage, and Malpractice
This is gonna be tough.
Why?
Shadow Wording trying to survive the Maledict, but he'll die. First blood there. Tim's is the trade. Bot gets the kill, but Tim's got the first blood, and Planet, he's going to be shackled up and most likely will be the second one to die as Natsumi gets a kill. So 2-1 early, and on the dreams that I have, he doesn't even have the blood grenades this time around. Aether Remnant connects Planet, time dilation on it too, but the cast bouncing Maledict now onto XM. Illusory Orb up into the high ground. Meanwhile, though, this off lane has drifted towards mid, and Nico's got a kill onto Y.
To either rotate the other side of the map or to clear the stacks, creep skip.
Not a fun time in this sort of off lane as we hear the sad trumpets go off just before he dies. And Shiro getting that kill, and like you said, can't really lane into this gyrocopter who's just going to have a free time bottom.
1 point in Earth Spike, definitely needed extra bit of a control, extra bit of damage.
Mid lane just continuing to fight back and forth while bottom continues to be a hassle for Nico. Homie Missile, even the call down committed on this one.
He's out of
The
mana.
second and third will strike and land, but Nico getting run down as he'll end up dead. Yopaj gets a kill on a Planet at the same time.
Why use Clarity on him? Everybody's disassembling, but here's the king of being able to disassemble things. That's going to be Gyrocopter with his Chop Shop innate ability.
Earth Spike Trample, Scam is here, Maledict, and now the Onslaught. Planet comes in, time dilation, the flat cannon damage with the fatal bonds. Oh, Shiro's got 2, and they'll get a 3rd, but then Yopaj comes in with an Astral Step and shuts down Shiro.
Shiro taking one out of Natsumi's book from the previous game where Shadowfin was just a turret standing his ground and attacking everybody. Finds the opportunity, lives long enough. Because of all these small items that you buy on Gyrocopter, it does allow you to be super tanky. Treads, Falcon Blade, you have Belt of Giant Strength, Magic Wand. Timothy with the Hex.
There's Spike trading that mana, but now Astral Step even committing up out of the high ground. Chaotic Offering, Dream Coil on a 2. They've got Gyro here again. Cask bouncing around. They get the kill on a Scam. They'll look for Tim's. Planet's moving forward to try and get him out of the fight. But Y falls to Natsumi, and Yopaj will get chased by this Gyro, but there's not much in the control that they have to get the kill on Yopaj. Eventually, they turn their attention towards Tim's, and they will get another there. Y, and they are smoked. They're not going to be seen in that obs that was there for the Dire side. Natsumi, he needs to be careful. Homie Missile, Fatal Bonds, Chaotic Offering, Time Dilation, and the damage with the Rocket Barrage. Natsumi's still alive, but eventually will be burned out by Shiro. Dream Coil committed. Hits on Yopaj. He's stunned up. They've got the arena as well as the spear, making it a 3rd. They will get 3 heroes, lose nothing on the side of Vici, and a very, very good rotation for this Radiant side.
Of farm as the enemy offlaner, and same amount of farm as Yopaj from the mid lane, considering how everything went for him. He's doing pretty good.
I look at that, and then I just see Gyro's farm as well. This blink just picked up. Finger immediately used, and XM Dead to that Blink Dagger reveal of Nico and that finger coming through from Tim. So a very good play there from OG.
And also, time dilation is what kills this hero because he has 4 abilities that he's going to be using.
Pulverize, Planet, time zone onto Tim's. And they've got this Mars here to get the kill on to Nico with the help of XM. It's just a time zone on Tim's, but they will get the kill. Planet running him down eventually, and both kills there again for Vici.
Tim's zone didn't really do much there.
Some people call the time zone the time square. It's the same amount of disappointing as the real time square, I'll tell you that. Jules and Yopaj trying to just escape. He's already hero to catch, but Planet time dilating. And now all of a sudden, some of your cooldowns here are 40 seconds away. They've got the spear. Yopaj in trouble. The Aether Remnant connects out of the gyrocopter, but Shadow Word and Bach here with Planet 2. They get the kill onto the Void Spirit. See if OG are willing to go in a lane. Natsumi shows up, and immediately the blink into the spear. Landing on the arena. The time zone is there, but they need a little bit more follow-up for this one. Planet
Look at
time
him
walks
go.
away, and Skem, the impact from the ult is not exactly felt as both these heroes die. Planet trying to get the life back. Maledict will run out, and he still survives, so nobody going down for the side of Vici.
That's
as well as a
very
shard
early
for Planet.
MKB. That's a very early MKB right there. Playing against Windranger, 20 minutes in, enemy carry has MKB.
Her spike and the hex, the finger, the trample, the kill. Bach ends up dead. They used a lot to get this, and now Planet time walk in the dilation. Tim's, he is dead to rights as they will get this primal out. Another homing missile for his troubles, though. That'll chase him and fly all the way. Shrines for Skem and Planet. Planet now level 12, getting that level 2 in the time zone. Yopaj, Invis Rune, and has that Yule's Aether Remnant Natsumi here. And they'll have the Focus Fire, the Shackle, and another one bites the dust as Yopaj gets Planet. Onslaught, the ult, this time Skem. There's the damage.
There's the damage. This is it. This is the highlight. They might not be done. Nico does have another round of spells coming off cooldown in 3 seconds.
Skem jumping forward, cast no bounce. But Pavis and Maledict, the chase, the trample, the Earth Spike, and the kill. Skem getting that kill onto Y. A little bit of a highlight reel for this.
And another rocket for Nico.
Shackles connect. Call now Natsumi with a blink back in, the BKB. The pulverized Bach. He just died down here a moment ago. He's going to be forced to pop the BKB again. Natsumi with his own runs through the arena. The Astro Step, the kill on a Bach. Vici, they are losing a lot. And Shiro just surviving. He does have an Aegis.
He found a tree.
Doesn't want to give it up just yet.
He found the right angle, hides behind that tree.
It should be the more net worth he has, the more gravity as, well, I guess it's just player specific. Never mind. This was smarter when I thought Planet was a hero.
Just got the game.
Just kidding. Aegis going to be picked up here by Nico. They've got the Aegis on Primal. BKB's going to run out. Nico's going to be run down. He'll lose that Aegis quickly, but Natsumi maybe looking to pounce. They've got this Golem. Are they going to leave Nico to fry? Yes, they will. They'll throw him in the skillet, and they will put him up in some oil and get that kill. Shiro having to kill him twice because they were working on that Roche.
Understands they stop his onslaught, but he also manages to get out. Only one BKB piercing tool. They use that again, and this is going in favor of OG.
Spear time zone pushes him out of the time zone, but they've got the Dream Coil, the Yules, and Spear, BKB, and the Astral Step. This time the damage though, ooh, just on the edge of that TP finishing off. They will get the kill on a Yopaj.
Or help reduce the cooldowns. Yeah, he did have to simulate. I think he could have gotten inside of the base and that would save him.
First kill there on a Planet. Skep throwing that ult, but he'll end up being traded.
It's time for Nico.
Yeah, he is dead inside the arena this time. Now currently dealing with 3 heroes on death timers for OG, and they'll go up onto the high ground. Shiro.
Like I thought
It was normal?
Yeah. My back always hurts because of the way I sit. I'm like a shrimp. Those professional e-gamer days.
They'll go. They'll find the Hex. They've got the kill to XM.
Does have buyback.
Arena, Spear, Hex. Now the damage from Shiro. It's going to be through onto Yopaj to get the cone to Tim's to look for Yopaj, but he's able to assimilate and get out. He pops that BKB. He'll Astral Step with just 90 health. He's able to escape a couple here still. Both Natsumi and Yopaj back towards the base. Not a lot of life left on this Roche, and this will be the Aegis for the side of Shiro and Vici. But the Pulverize, the damage, the onslaught, the trample, the kill on a planet. They get the kill on the face as well. He's got buyback as well. Nico pops the BKB. Skip's going to be in trouble. They get the Dream Coil on a 2. The look over, finish off Nico, and now do OG have enough to fight back? They've got buyback available on both heroes. They're going to use them immediately. They're going to 2 go to the outpost. XM just bought back. He's dead for 2 minutes. Natsumi gets the kill.
No mana on Shiro.
Hex, Yopaj still going in with the Astral Step. He hits the Aether Remnant onto Bach. They're going to look over at Innocence. They've got this Trample as well as the Pulverize. They catch Bach. So now he's dead. No buyback. Shackle connects on a Shiro. 3 heroes dead on the side of Vici. They finally finish off Scam. Planet's got the damage over the time dilation, but the Hex comes in from Tim's. Now Natsumi here to put the hurt onto Planet, and he will take him out. He's a Planet no more. You can call him Pluto. They find themselves Shiro. The Shackle doesn't connect, but he's going to be locked down, killed off, and gone for the first time.
Oh,
but they're going to need a second.
Still going.
Natsumi here with the rest of his team. They hit the Hex again. A full wipe and more for the side of OG. They have brought themselves back into the game, and man, oh man, did that go horribly for Vici.
No Lincoln Sphere, there is no Lotus Orb. The only thing that can potentially stop it is the Bash from Faceless Void or Golem from Wall Rock. So it's not an easy fight for them anymore.
Pulverize, Assimilate. Now Shiro standing in the middle, but his BKB's already used the damage on a Planet, and he is just dead so quickly. They hit the Hex. They'll turn this on Nico. They'll refresh. They get the kill there onto the Primal Beast, who's dead for 2 minutes. He bought back in that previous fight, so he's dead for a long time.
But Windranger is creeping up with her items as well. Level 25, so you will have Focus Fire. You get a kill, you will have another Focus Fire available.
Oh, Shiro. Shackles connecting, but where's the damage? They need to follow it up. They've got the ulti from Scam. Tim's dead. Bach gone. He's dead for 100. But eventually Shiro will be able to survive and get a double. 3 heroes now with no buyback for OG. But you are missing Bach, and he is a big piece of the puzzle here for Vici.
That's what Dota is about. Not getting the right spells, not clicking the buttons, not playing it the way it's supposed to be played. Arena, Hex, and the refresher.
But more than enough damage to get the kill on Nico. He does have buyback now. Dream Coil was used, and it does pierce debuff immunity now. Look at the damage. Natsumi melted to Shiro. And Yopaj next on the list. BKB running away. Earth Spike there with the Pulverize. But look at Shiro. He's still full health. Scam, Voodoo, Switcheroo, Pulverize once again. Can they get through Shiro? They lose Scam. And now the Onslaught trying to drain all that mana. But Tim's, he'll throw the finger. They got the kill on Shiro. He's going to bite back, though. They have the Arena. It's on a Natsumi. He's soloed away, and now Yopaj and Scam coming back to try and heal him up. Yopaj doesn't have a lot of life to get the kill to Tim's, and Yopaj now taking some damage. Oh, the spear misses.
Nice dodge.
Dances around it, but the jump in the cast got a 2. The Earth Spike's there as well. Bach's going to die. Innocent's in trouble. Scam trying to dance and throw that on, get that kill. Bach's going to buy back, and now they go after Shiro. But they've got Nico back up into the high ground. They use that call down to get them a little bit of space.
Shiro
the Aether Remnant lands. The Focus Fire's there. The Earth Spike connects. They've got themselves the Hex. They get the kill on the Shiro. He bought back. He's dead for 2 minutes. They're going to find themselves Bach. He can only compose music. He can't make it. Oh no, again for Vici. It falls apart so heavily. OG stand their ground.
It is time to run down the mid lane. Like, he needs some kind of protection. Especially when you're playing against Shackle, you're playing against Lion, you're playing against Primal Beast. That's the one you need to be afraid the most. Hey, on this.
Hex now onto the gyro, has to be careful. Nico trying to come in. BKB's been popped by XM. He goes and throws the Dream Coil on Nico. They don't have this Lion for 2 minutes. The Aether Remnant lands. The refresh is going to be used once again. They hit the Hex. It's onto the Windrunner. And now they've got the Arena. They land the Spear. Can they get the Conan on Natsumi? They'll take him out for 2 minutes. Vici saying they're not done yet. Nico now trying to TP away, but the Chaotic Offering is there to stop that TP. They've got 3 gone. No buybacks for any of them. OG, they gave a sprinkle of hope.
They will get Megas. They are playing against Mega Creep. 70 seconds without Wind Ranger. It is time.
80 without Primal.
They don't have enough. I don't think they can hold it. Witch Doctor needs to pull off some miracle. Unfortunately, he does not have Aghanim Scepter.
Cast Maledict. But he used that ult. It gets stopped quickly, and now he'll be thrown back into the grave as he'll Voodoo Switcheroo for a little bit of survival, but they've got the Divine Rapier on Shiro. The throat is exposed. It can't hold on, and they'll call GG. Vici looked like for a moment it had all slipped through their fingers, but they end up recovering and taking the series 2-1 over OG.
Oh, not clean by any means. OG, they managed to get like potential comeback in this one, but very, very entertaining game.